We've completed another year, sir.
We did it. Year 2.
I have plenty of broad-based ideas,
Yeah.
generalities, monthly such and suches, but I don't have every show figured out. I don't know everything.
And you know, I book month to month, so.
Which is, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because there's less, well, I don't know. I think that there's positive and negatives to both, right?
Yeah.
Having months upon months figured out eases the
long-term burden.
The rush, if you will. But I think that when you do it your way, it definitely keeps things fresh and top of mind, which is cool.
Yeah. Because right now, we end year 2 the same way we end every year, with WrestleMania 20.
Well, we don't always end with WrestleMania 20. We
Wow.
always end with WrestleMania.
Yeah. Whatever.
I know, I'm just kidding. So it's March 14th of 2004. We are in Madison Square Garden, and we are at the show where it all begins again. So this
I will say that is probably my favorite tagline.
So this is the debut of Shane McMahon's first son in this video package. He's being... So the whole It All Begins Again shows Vince, Shane, and then Shane holding his son.
Oh, that's crazy. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And
because, WrestleMania 20 has been forgotten in history for reasons.
For a particular reason, that's correct. And with that being said, on that same subject, the iconic shot influenced the way the show ends.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was talking to Jeff Hicks about the idea of Alpha Entertainment Worldwide, or just rewriting wrestling history, period, he was like, oh, you have to keep the WrestleMania 20 main event, right? Because that thing was amazing. And I was like, nah. And I explained to him when Benoit gets written out of the storyline, he's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so with that, the show opens with a Monday Night Raw late addition to WrestleMania.
But it is the debut of the legend killer Randy Orton. This is the first time, in at least my Raw, where Randy Orton has the theme song he hates.
Oh, yes.
Because, like, it works when he's like a young pup rising through the ranks.
Yes.
Like, perfect for that. But, like...
Do you know why I think that fits so well here? And it's because of...
nothing you can say.
Well, not just that, but because it's a fun song. But the reason I think it fits here is because of the way Triple H had treated him, rightly or wrongly, depending on perspective.
Yeah.
In the build-up to this show, it makes sense to me that Randy would want to come out to something that is not the Evolution theme song.
Exactly. It's something that stands out, especially since this is a match that's done without the sanction of Triple H, without the sanction of Evolution.
Absolutely.
This is something that Randy Orton went out on his own to do.
Yes.
In fact, if you remember correctly, Triple H told him to stay at home. And now here he is, opening WrestleMania 20.
And I don't think he lives in Madison Square Garden. I'm pretty sure that this building is not in St. Louis, Missouri.
It's quite a far ways off, actually. The debut of the iconic entrance we now all know.
Of course. The very Randy Orton.
Yes.
Everything.
Super Randy Orton max to the nth power, if you will. And then comes out Brock Lesnar. A man who is, in Randy Orton's words, a legend in his own time.
Well, the other thing that he is solo.
Yes, Dolo. Because Paul Heyman is out of here.
Yes.
Did not make it, poor guy. Unfortunately, he got RKO'd to oblivion.
Yes.
On Monday Night Raw.
Well, that's what happens when you're never an active competitor.
You know what I'm saying? You take one bump, you're out for months.
Makes sense.
It's an unfortunate.
It's almost like he's suffering from referee syndrome.
He's made of paper, of course. I'm going to be real with y'all. This is a long show we're about to have. So, I'm going to go ahead and speed through the proceedings here because, let's be honest, I don't need to go beat by beat. You know what a Brock Lesnar match looks like.
Absolutely.
You know what a Randy Orton match looks like.
And they've had them with each other.
Multiple times. excluding that SummerSlam match.
Here's what I'm going to say about the match, because I don't think that it is something that could or would be changed in the reality of wrestling.
New York promotion.
That's great. That's great. I think that the wrestling fans from the internet did find out that tonight is the night that Brock goes bye-bye.
What? I can't believe it. So you mean to tell me as soon as Brock comes out, he gets booed out of the building?
I bet that would be the case.
Was that the first time the internet kind of influenced him out?
I really feel like it was the standout moment.
Yeah, like that was like the turning point. What was it? Vlog culture? Like what did?
Yeah, it might be vlog. Yeah, that could be a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know what the message boards.
Message boards for sure, because
everything.
The year this happened, I can remember my internet being terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know who had the good one.
Shit,
I don't know who had the good internet, but I remember mine was really bad.
Well,
although I did come up in the middle of nowhere, so that might have been an influencing factor.
That is true.
I'm gonna guess New York.
Got that farm grit. So,
exactly. I'm gonna guess New York had the good internet.
I would assume so. I feel like they needed it more. What I do know is in this match, Brock Lesnar kicks out of an RKO. Randy Orton kicks out of an F5. Randy hits another RKO on Brock, who kicks out again. After this second kick out, after Brock kicks out, Randy panics. He starts freaking out. Freaks out so much he slides in the corner. He's like, no, I can't do this. I don't know what to do.
Right.
He's banging his head on the turnbuckle. And then as he finishes banging his head, he just looks up slowly. Camera gets the perfect shot.
They're good at that.
His eyes are just gone. He's in a different state, different head state. Randy turns around, looks at Brock, who's slowly trying to make his way onto all fours, and he kicks him right in the head.
Love it.
Incorrect phrasing. Punts him.
Yes.
Right in the head. Covers Brock Lesnar and pins him. Randy Orton has kicked Brock Lesnar out of WWE.
You mean Alpha Entertainment Worldwide?
Sorry, Alpha Entertainment Worldwide. Yeah, the instincts were automatic.
Yes, it's all good. It's all good. So I love that. I think that's a beautiful finish. It's a great explanation as to why that he has to add a new wrinkle to his arsenal. And as far as the show goes, the placement of the next match, I feel like, to me, is very much Money in the Bank like.
Ooh.
And what I mean by that is, so we start off
big gay ladder match.
So we started off the show with, excellent one-on-one action.
Indeed.
Hard-hitting, well-executed, young guys doing great wrestling.
Indeed.
But we continue the show with tables, ladders, and chairs.
Oh my.
With the Team Extreme Tornado Championships put up into the sky when Toa Reigns, Saren Moore, and Hurricane Helms defend against Bubba Ray, Devon and Spike, the absolute Maven, Huffman,
Hey.
Danny Holiday, Doug Basham, and last and finally, the Towering Titans represented by A-Train, Test, and Big Show.
What a squad.
So, if not for the advent of weapons, I think it's a foregone conclusion that the Towering Titans are the standout when it comes to size, power, prestige. My goodness,
exactly.
These guys
They're quite literally towering over the competition.
Correct.
Competition.
But the thing is, when you have weapons experts such as the Dudleys,
Indeed.
it is easy for them to implement
said weapons.
Well, and also cut some of those tall fellas down to size.
Indeed.
And as the match plays out, little by little, piece by piece, the Titans keep being cut down to size by each one of the other trios. Because obviously the LLC, Koinonis, and the Dudleys know that they've got to deal with
the big guys.
The big guys.
Deal with each other.
Exactly.
I was about to say, it's common wrestling knowledge. You take out the tallest guy in the match, and then you fight everyone.
And so with that, it comes down to more or less. I'm not saying absolutely.
For certain.
But primarily, it comes down to three guys fighting for the straps that are hanging from the ceiling. Those three being Hurricane Helms, Maven Huffman, and Spike Dudley.
The cruiserweight contingent.
Yes, so these folks are fast at getting up the ladder. They are skilled at
avoiding strikes.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to the climax of the match, Spike pushes his opponents off the ladders into the waiting arms of his brothers. Bubba, who hits a Bubba Bomb, and Devon, who hits a Spine Buster.
Oh, nice.
Taking down both the guys who were on the ladders with him. Yeah. Spike then detaches the title, drops it down to Devon, detaches the title, drops it down to Bubba, and then takes the third one and hugs it in the air
Dudleys.
With himself. And in the end...
And the Dudleys have traded the tag titles for...
The trio title.
The trio title, yeah.
Yes. And the thing I like about this is the match, TLC, is the Attitude Era's, I won't say homogenization, but modernization of ECW's Extreme antics. And so they are taking where they came from and injecting it into where they are.
Not only that, but they're also taking it back from, well, AEW in this case. But
yes.
WF stole. Let's be honest, stole that.
Yes, love it.
So for these ECW OGs, especially the literal every facet of the game, ECW
Absolutely.
OGs,
yes, exactly.
To win these titles at the grandest show of them all.
Love it.
Is something special. As we get to the next match, you know what I'm saying? We've had a lot of chaos, a lot of weapon field stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gotta calm the crowd down a little bit. So that's where we have Goldberg coming in. Goldberg, very similar to Brock Lesnar. It's almost like the message boards and the dirt sheets and everything.
Word got out.
Word got out pretty quick, huh? Goldberg's leaving, which means...
sold out.
You sold out, Chance. He's leaving with their Evolve title. All of a sudden, John Cena's the biggest babyface in the world.
Well, let's be real. It won't be long before that's a true story, so might as well start it here.
Hey, might as well get the momentum up. So, John Cena comes out and the crowd loses their mind.
Pop.
We love you, Cena. We want you to kill this guy, Cena. It's your time. John Cena quiets the crowd down and is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm used to being loved, but take it easy now. So, obviously, John Cena has, very similar to Randy Orton, mirror image almost as their careers go on. Figured out a way to get on the WrestleMania card at the last second.
That's true.
And he says, unlike young Randall Keefe, who scored a big upset one-on-one against Brock Lesnar, I don't need to do any of that.
Because he gets to choose the match type.
That's right. I choose the stipulation. So, before you get a match with me, Goldberg, you're going to have to run a gauntlet. So, unfortunately, you're going to be wrestling for longer than 10 minutes tonight.
Although, in Bill's case, he might be able to cut each competitor down and make it less, because that's very Bill Goldberg.
That's very Bill Goldberg. Very Bill Goldberg.
I guess it all depends on who John has
lined up
to go one-on-one, or not one-on-one, one on however many Johns pick.
One on one versus one.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we shall find out now. So Cena states, doesn't really matter if Goldberg wins, if Goldberg loses, or if Goldberg draws with these guys. He can't lose the title until the match with Cena. So really, this is just 3 matches to get up to his Evolve title match.
That's beautiful.
So I kind of gave the goose away there, but it is 3 matches.
That's fine.
Yep. But
so I guess the verbiage could be the match doesn't officially start until John Cena steps in the ring.
There you go. That's actually perfect. So Cena makes the announcement, tells the referee Charles Robinson to run on down to the ring. We're about to go get the festivities started. Cena goes back to the back after saluting his chain gang.
Mm-hmm.
And then out comes Rico! Yeah!
John Cena's former tag team partner in Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Back in the good old days, if you will. And Cena must have really been moving on nostalgia because I'll be honest, Rico doesn't do much of nothing in this match. I'm kind of shocked he sent him out there. However, Rico did learn his lesson from the last time he had an Evolve title match with Goldberg. Goldberg went to spear him as soon as he got in. Rico leapfrogs out the way. Thank you. I lost the whole word there. Leapfrogs out the way. And then he's like, ha! Celebrates,
Yes.
puts his hands in the
Because
air.
the match went longer than the first time. That's
Yep.
good.
Turns around and then gets speared out of his shoes.
Love it.
Goldberg picks him up, jackhammer. 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
Goldberg has sent the first guy packing. But hey, Rico did better than the last time, and he can take pride in that.
I like that.
Also, WrestleMania payday.
Yeah.
Gotta get those priorities.
That's great.
Next up, we got a big hoss battle coming in, because out comes Big Rob Conway,
Yes.
who was supposed to have the match with Goldberg on last Monday's Raw, but, Cena kind of shut everything down.
Absolutely.
So getting his opportunity to wrestle Goldberg now.
Beautiful.
1-on-1. And good back and forth, good hitting meat action.
Yes.
Conway at one point does hit a gnarly spine buster. Not that he does a spine buster, but he's a big
I
guy.
think everybody's got one in him.
Everybody got a good one in him. Covers him. Of course, Goldberg kicks out at 1. And then spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Goldberg wins, lol. But
the crowd is hating him.
hating him.
Well, especially, like you said, he's not only known to be leaving, but he's still champion right now.
Yep, and it's still running through competitors like it's Monday Night Nitro almost.
That's correct.
So, obviously, 2 big wins. Rob Conway put up a good fight.
Yeah, definitely more than Rico.
I'm about to say. So, obviously, if we're going up the ladder, big extremes, this must be Cena, right? Oh, no, we're forgetting one very important person.
Who you got?
The former ECW champion.
The man
Rhino.
beast. Yeah. So here's
The
why I
human
love.
fridge.
Here's what I love about this match.
Mm.
Have you ever heard Rhino talk about what makes the gore different than the spear?
The fact he named it the Gore.
He said if anybody's ever kicked out, it's a spear. And if they don't kick out, it's the gore.
That's why I love Rhino.
That's
man.
how you-
He's
that's how you know.
the best.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, Rhino's awesome.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Well, listen, the legend that is Rhino, obviously, especially this is prime Rhino. This is 3 years out of ECW.
Yes, sir.
And this is former tag team champion Rhino, which means he's held gold previously, so he knows what to do some damage and get the job done. And that's exactly what his job is here. Cena's heavy hitter, but Goldberg's not one to just sit down. Unfortunately.
So I can envision some shoulder thrusts in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
some heavy hands.
Oh, yeah.
Like Rhino he's just good at feeling like he's dominating. Yeah, I'm like his pile driver was very believable too.
Yes.
My goodness, yeah.
I was watching Rhino against Simon Miller, and I'm thinking the whole time, man, Rhino's still a killer. I actually believe he's gonna kill the guy.
I believe it. Yeah, I love that.
Amazing guy. I bring that up to say that was in 2025, so you can only imagine
2004. Yep.
04 Rhino, what he's looking like.
Yeah, I think that this would for sure be the longest of the matches Goldberg's had so far.
By far.
If not in the whole company, then definitely the night.
Yeah, by far the night, yes. Yeah, now this match goes probably a good 10, 15 minutes, which is well out of Goldberg's comfort zone.
Exactly.
At one point, though, Goldberg does hit a spear, does hit no jackhammer, just spear.
Yep.
Covers Rhino, and Rhino kicks out at 2.
Beautiful.
Because, again, if you kick out, it's a spear.
Yes.
That leads to the two of them brawling to the outside. Goldberg is pulling apart the Spanish announce table, pulling apart the English announce table because it's Mania, so announce tables are next to each other.
Yes.
Goldberg
Okay.
on top of the on top of the announce table.
Yeah.
Goldberg's Ruthie. Rhino charges him, gores him off the English announce table through the Spanish announce table, and the match ends in a double countout.
Beautiful.
As soon as that bell rings, Cena runs out at top speed, throws his chain into the corner, and then runs around, grabs Goldberg, tosses him into the ring, and immediately goes for the pin. Goldberg kicks out at 2.
Sure. Makes sense.
Because, there's plenty of time. So
Yeah, between the gore, the count out, and then the getting into the ring, that's a good 15 seconds.
about
20.
at minimum, almost 30, maybe a minute.
Yeah, depending on how slow the referees count, which is
Hey, listen,
not
back
fast
in the
from
day,
regular,
yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Goldberg is, so Cena, of course, picks him up for the FU. Goldberg is able to shake out of that, nails Cena with a spear, nails him with a jackhammer. The crowd is booing. They don't want to see it. The cover, 1, 2. John Cena, Super Cena kicks out at 2.
I think this is the first time he's been Super Cena too, probably.
At this moment, yes.
Love it.
1,000%. Cena's able to kick out. Afterwards, Goldberg is in the corner. He's setting him up for the spear. Cena leapfrogs, much like Rico did. He was taking notes back there while he was waiting.
Yep.
Goldberg headbutts.
Ring post.
Thank you.
Yep.
No color on this one. He's still alive. He's still no CTE. But while that happens, Cena goes to the corner to grab his chain. Referee's like, come on, John. No. I'm literally sitting here watching.
Yeah, it's a big show moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's the exact same sequence. He puts on, what's that thing called?
The Word Life Knuckles.
Yeah, the Word Life Knuckles, the palm cuff rings, whatever they're called. Punches Goldberg in the face with it.
Puts it in his
tosses it out
to the ring. Put it in pocket, wear it in jeans, right?
Yeah, but you gotta make sure.
Okay.
You never want
Yeah, you don't want to be patted down.
You don't want to be patted down at the end. So tosses it out of the ring to Rhino, who's still slowly walking out.
Nice.
Because, he just had a match, so he had good reason to be there.
Love it. Cena
picks up Goldberg, hits him with an FU. 1, 2, 3, FU. Goldberg, you're out of here. John Cena,
new champ,
wins the Evolve Championship.
Love that. Oh my goodness,
and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, it's funny how that we can, due to knowing the way that the timeline played out, use that as an influence on the way that we can presume the crowd would interact.
Yeah, well, this one especially, we know exactly how the crowd was
exactly.
Interact, so.
So up next is a straight up one-on-one, fast-paced, action-packed cruiserweight championship match.
Let's go.
When Chavo Guerrero gets a rematch for the title he lost in a four-way to Paul London.
Let's go, Paul!
So this contest, this action, is everything you would expect from the two guys. Paul is quicker and Chavo is more seasoned.
Yeah, more technical.
Absolutely. Well, and it's just in his blood to know what's to come when it comes to a wrestling match.
Indeed.
And as the match plays out, the speed of Paul London keeps being the influencing factor, because when Chavo goes to hit a suplex, Paul can use the momentum to his advantage, roll through. When Chavo goes for a gory bomb, Paul works his way
into a sunset flip.
Absolutely. Every time that Chavo Guerrero thinks that he has the upper hand,
Paul London's got a counter. He goes for a rhino, he does a cartwheel out.
Exactly. He's got that youthful exuberance where no matter what is placed in front of him, he has that bounce back, that optimistic attitude, and he is just
too much for Chavito at this moment.
Even when Chavo gets momentum and has Paul London down and goes to the top to hit a frog splash, Paul London has almost extra reserves that Chavo didn't see coming, and so when he goes for the frog splash, he hits nothing but canvas.
Oh.
Extra nitrous boost in Paul London's tank sends him to the top where he hits his
450
and then scores the 1, 2, 3 to
retain
his Cruiserweight Championship here on the massive stage.
Paul London won a match at WrestleMania?
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Can the United States champion William Regal do the same?
So, we will find out together as Regal comes out with Gail Kim as his champion's prerogative. Say, hold the ring as his competitors walk out. And his competitors, you ask, the man who beat him previously on Monday Night Raw in Rikishi, and the man who's been a thorn in Regal's side since he was traded to Raw.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to say drafted, but that's not what happened. Kurt Angle, who is coming out with Stacy Keibler, not Jackie Gaeta. She will be with the tag team champions later tonight. Same with Linda Miles and Tajiri and Carlito.
Correct.
For Regal's tandem.
Priorities.
Yes. But basically, they got their top valet. They got their one-on-one valets that they need out there.
Makes sense.
To do the Lord's work. So, this match is a triple threat for the United States Championship. Obviously, Regal is at a severe disadvantage because neither of these men like him very much. To the point that they actually decided to absolutely kick Regal's ass for a good 5 minutes before thinking about attacking each other. So
and when they do attack each other, they have history in the King of the Ring tournament. They also have history in the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match.
Yes, a lot.
So yeah, they've
clashed. They've touched a couple times.
More than once, yes.
Exactly, is the point I'm making there. So we have Kurt doing a lot of German suplex, Rikishi doing super kicks. Eventually, William Regal does get to the corner. The crowd loses their mind for a split second. Rikishi's like, I haven't done this in a while. Walks up, hits the guy with a stink face. Crowd goes crazy. Because I haven't had him do the stink face, I think, once.
Yeah.
And since he was in Too Cold, probably.
Yeah. And so I assume they're the old Rock pop-off pants. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yep. So we get the classic Rikishi gear for Mania. Because, why
Might as well, yeah.
Might as well get the Mania pop.
Kept it away from the crowd for a couple of years. So
yeah. So
it's one of those, how can I miss you, won't go away. Well, it went away, so they missed it.
They missed it, dude. I don't know why they love that spot so much, but they did.
Me either. It never made sense to me, but the crowd did love it.
So, of course, Regal takes the powder out of the ring, and then this is when we finally get to the Kurt Rikishi stuff. And as Oz mentioned previously, they've had plenty of good matches, but the focus here for Kurt Angle is that ankle lock.
Yes.
As it always is.
Of course.
That's the man's bread and or butter. So multiple times throughout the match where he tries to get the ankle lock on Rikishi, and Rikishi either grabs the ropes or rolls through. He's extensively studied that ankle lock for good reason. He knows it hurts. But at some point, Kurt does finally end up strapping it on after hitting an angle slam, puts the ankle lock on. And before he gets the chance to grapevine down, Regal hits him with a brass knucks.
No disqualification in triple threat.
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly.
Thinking man's wrestler right there.
5 steps ahead. Always is. Able to lock in the Regal stretch on Rikishi. Rikishi is in agony. But no disqualification. Which means Stacy can come in and kick Regal in the face.
Love it.
But of course, that is when Gail Kim comes in. And obviously, Gail still has that rule on her. She can't be touched. Can't do anything physical. Which means Stacy has to back off or risk being, I think, 6 months of suspension and
Correct.
a $500,000 fine. I said
some amount of money. I forget the exact. But
I'm about to say, I said something ridiculous.
Something you don't want.
Yeah. But regardless, Stacy is forced out of the ring and up the ramp because she cannot touch Gail. However, Kurt Angle is able to take advantage of that and slide in. He is able to reapply the ankle lock onto Rikishi. No, sorry, I lied. He's able to reapply the ankle lock onto Regal. But Regal still has puts the Regal stretch back on Rikishi. So there's a 3-way submission. Kurt grapevines the leg for Regal. Regal is in agony. The ref's looking at both Regal and Rikishi, trying to figure out what's going on. And Rikishi taps out, meaning William Regal retains the United States Championship, even though Kurt Angle is still breaking William Regal's ankle.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
He ain't walking, but he's definitely limping out.
Exactly. As long as he can get out of the ring.
As long as he's got the winner's share of the purse, that's all that matters.
We have had a Cruiserweight Championship match.
Indeed.
A United States Championship match, and up next, in the middle of the card,
Dead center,
Rey Mysterio is challenging for his Intercontinental title against John Bradshaw Layfield. So I'll say
this match is as old as time. I tell you, I think in the beginning of time they were doing this match.
So I'll say for a fact, this is not the same Rey Mysterio JBL Intercontinental title match from WrestleMania 25, where it lasted
9 seconds.
Yeah, very much nothing.
Wasn't that JBL's last match?
For a long, long time, yes.
Beautiful.
For a long, long time.
I was about to say, I was a big fan of that moment because, I heard Rey Mysterio fan.
Of course. And I like that it was John's idea to put over,
Rey as strong as humanly possible.
Exactly. He knew when to take losses.
He had good business sense.
Yes. But anyway, this is not that match. This is not seconds long match. This is
an actual 15, 20.
I'm not going to give it that much. It's still going to be a shorter side match, but it's just not going to be seconds long because Rey and John both have lots of moves in their arsenal that get pulled off here, whether it be the cigar power bomb or the Hurricane Rana reversal out of that said move,
where
a
power bomb,
that type of thing. Ray, attempts / hits the 619, attempts at one point, hits later. But the biggest obstacle for Rey Mysterio in this match is not realistically JBL, but it is the Layfield League of Champions.
Yeah, kind of figured.
So while Danny Holiday, Doug Basham, and Maven Huffman aren't here because of the
death they went through with the TLC match.
Absolutely. We still have
Orlando Jordan
and Billy Kidman. So
I was like, who am I missing?
Those two do accompany John out and are a thorn in Ray's side throughout. And because Kidman is very familiar with Rey Mysterio, both as an ally and an enemy, he ensures that no matter what it is that Rey attempts to do via the ropes, he is unable to execute while Orlando keeps the referee distracted. Billy ensures it does not come to pass, and so the match does end with a clothesline from hell, where Rey goes inside out, upside down, all of the
shake it all about
all of the beautiful execution, and does take the loss. And we do have another heel keeping his championship. Well, I also hate doing back-to-back heel retentions, but that's what happens when you don't talk about looking.
Yeah, kind of is what it is on that one.
Yeah, I know that the show has had enough fan love, whether it be for a heel Randy Orton or a heel John Cena, or heck, even the heel Dudley Boys get love because of the ties from ECW and New York. And while Paul London and Chavo were both babyfaces, it didn't matter who won there. The crowd was going to be a fan.
Yeah.
So there are enough good moments to counterbalance the couple of bad.
Well, I'll try and do one more for you here, because next up we have the babyface Lita versus the heel Trish Stratus.
And champion is coming in.
As a champion.
Yeah, or the good guys coming in as champion is what I meant to say. Not like the last two matches where the heel champion coming in. So at least we can be happy that we see somebody we love with the title in the start.
That's what we like to see. But will she leave with the title?
That is the question.
In the first ever last woman standing match. I think this is the first ever last woman standing match, period. In the company.
Correct. Both in the company and I think in real life. I don't think they had done it yet at this point.
These two have great matches all the time. There's a lot of unique spots, though, that they can do in this style of match.
Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more. But most importantly, the story itself.
And Lita demonstrates that borderline immediately by running along the barricade, a la Jeff Hardy, into a Hurricane Rana onto Trish. And Trish shows she is no slouch. She will rise to the occasion here.
That's a great word for this match, though.
She goes for the stratosphere from the inside to the outside. So if you just say you got the image on, so Lita was on the top rope, got knocked down, sitting on the rope outside the ring. And then, remember, the stratosphere is like she holds herself up, and it's the Hurricane Rana.
Yep.
Cool, yeah, she does that, and Lita falls all the way down to the steps.
Of course.
And bounces, again, a la Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
There's also another section of this soon after where Lita, obviously she gets up at like 5 or 6, because last man standing.
Yep.
But into the ring post and is busted wide open. Gusher. I'm talking.
You said Lita, right?
Yeah, Lita.
Yep.
No, Trish is too pretty to bleed.
I was just asking. I mean, AEW, All Elite Wrestling, has proven that.
Women have blood too.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like Sky Blue.
Yeah, I'm about to say, pop out that picture of Sky Blue right now.
Yeah, because she, you said too pretty to bleed. Well, she said,
nah. She said I am very pretty and still bleeding.
Exactly.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't even think there's a picture of Lita bleeding, which stuns me because I feel like if any woman on the planet was going to get busted open, it would be the chick from Team Extreme.
Yep.
You would think. It's kind of a shame because I feel like Lita would have excelled in matches that, would have involved blood.
Well, because it heightens the drama.
So much so. So much so. Also, Lita's crazy.
Yes.
Which,
helps
a lot. Lita could add that Sky Blue image before Sky Blue.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. But, yes, Lita busted wide open. I'm talking a little less than an Eddie Guerrero Gusher, because I kind of need to wrestle the rest of this match and, live.
Right. Well, when I think WrestleMania and I think bloody spots, I always think of WrestleMania 13, Steve Austin, Bret Hart.
Good one. Yes, Lita's bleeding egregiously. As we continue on in the match, Lita is able to hit Trish with a twist of fate through the English announce table because the Spanish one's still broken.
Correct.
They didn't have time to fix that after the Cena match because, busy night. But puts her through the table. Obviously, Trish, tough son of a gun. Sorry, daughter of a gun, I guess. In this case,
Daughter, yep.
is able to get up. At this point in time, we have both women standing outside the ring, and we start seeing the petering out of just the entire locker room of women for not only Raw, but also SmackDown.
I think there are only 4.
Are there 4?
So, Stephanie back from her
hiatus.
Yeah. There's Tori Wilson. Or, not Tori Wilson. You
I
have
Tori Wilson.
Dawn Marie, Sable, Terry Reynolds. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the 4 women of SmackDown standing loud and proud among Molly Holly, Jazz, Nydia, Black Widow Alliance of Victoria, Jackie,
Ivory, yeah.
And Ivory.
Yep.
And Stacy and Gail are also standing out there as well as Linda Miles.
But away from each other.
Well, yeah. And at a severe distance. Stacy's on the other end talking to her SmackDown friend she hasn't seen in years.
Love it.
Even Tori Wilson's out there.
Yeah.
They're just standing there silently admiring.
Paying respect.
Yes, paying respect to the history being made at this time.
Not only that, but this is so reminiscent of Extreme Championship Wrestling. And what more appropriate time is there than when women are making history than now? Because that's what ECW was so known for, is breaking boundaries and changing the game. So, yeah, that makes sense.
We are back in the ring. Trish Stratus is able to hit a chip kick on Lita. Knows that's not going to be enough to keep her down, so picks her up, hooks her bulldog position, and nails a Stratusfaction onto a steel chair that is laying in the ring.
Beautiful.
Previous action, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
Referee is counting. Gets to 6. Gets to 7. Gets to 8. As the referee gets to 9, Lita rolls out of the ring and, happens to have 2 feet to plant down, which means count's broken.
Yes.
And then she immediately drops back to the floor. So, they are now fighting down the ramp. So they're not fighting up the ramp itself, but like onto the sides of the ramp, just so you get a visual. So they're on the end of the stage. The women are, you can actually see them migrating to try to give them their room, give them their space. And they're in like that production. I said a production area. It's literally just 2 tables set up with the carpet. And
I'm with it. Yeah, I get you.
But they're beating the crap out of each other on that situation. As they're doing that, Trish is talking trash to all the women over there, saying, "This is about to be my moment. I'm about to be your champion. Watch me as I make history." As she does all that, turns around into a chair shot straight to the dome, because remember, CTE hasn't been invented yet.
Kristen Nowinski's still looking for it.
He's working on it, but he just left, so there's no way he could find it that fast. But Lita takes full advantage, slides her on top of the tables, climbs up to the top of the stage, soaks in the moment from the fans because they're losing their mind, looks at the woman in the ring, or not in the ring, on the stage.
I know what you mean, yeah.
And then hits a Lita salt through both tables. Body's destroyed, screwed all over the floor. Production equipment goes everywhere. We see the sparks, all the gimmicks.
Big deal, yep.
And the referee's counting up. Both women are down. Who's going to make it to their feet?
Exactly.
And then we see a bloody Lita claw her way out of the wreckage and make it up at the count of 9. Referee hits 10. Lita has won the match to retain the women's championship and make history.
Beautiful.
As the woman on the stage.
Of course, yeah. No, that's very poetic, it's very beautiful, and it's very respectful from the, dozen women watching on.
Say if that.
Something like that.
Yep.
We have an additional 4 matches on the card, and so we just need that little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
We see the Fink in the back. He's doing something fun. Hacksaw walks up and says, "Ho!"
Oh!
And the $1 Million Man tries to buy everybody off. Just the
classics.
The classic gimmicks,
Hey, listen, I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. But shoot, we can even have Eric and Tori going, wow, what a show we've done so far.
Exactly.
Man, crying shame we don't have a SmackDown general manager to talk to. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's because we did all this by ourselves.
Yes. No, I like that. And that way, like I said, it just gives that little extra to make it makes sense before we go into some more chaotic chaos. Because up next, from Raw, we have what I like to call the Double Dragons, what you call the Twin Dragons, Ultimo Dragon, Rob Van Dam.
Ultimo Van Dam.
Exactly. They are taking on the Devil's Advocates, Christian Cage, the devil himself, and Chris Jericho, accompanied to the ring by Sean O'Hare. They're also taking on Dave Bautista, Triple H, accompanied by Ric Flair, my goodness, Evolution, the IAEA, International Allied Elect Assassins, Tajiri and Carlito, accompanied by Linda Miles. So, and the people defending the Raw Tag Team titles, that being wrestling's greatest tag team.
In this WrestleMania Greatest Tag Team Challenge.
Thank you. They come out with Jackie Gata and their beautiful championships.
Yes.
For, legitimately just a match full of talent, and the glass then shatters.
Dunna, dunna, dunna. Austin comes out. Obviously, the crowd loses their mind because,
Yeah, they love them.
Stone Cold Steve
Austin.
Austin.
Like you said, most popular man in the history of wrestling.
Austin comes out just before he is about to ring the bell. However, Eric Bischoff's music hits, and of course, you can see Austin's smile dropping. He goes, one. And out along with them, Tori's music hits as well. Tori comes out, and they're like, so, I understand this is the big match. The people are losing their mind. They want to know, how can we make a big match even bigger? I mean, shoot, we got Austin as the referee.
It's true.
We got
Ric Flair
out
at
here ringside.
with Batista and Triple H, my goodness.
I'm about to say, legends galore.
Yeah, Triple H was the main event last year.
Yeah, facts. We got the past, the present, and the future all out here. So there's only one way to really take this match up to the next level and electrify the people in a whole new way. And that's to add the 16 of the Rock and Sock Connection. Whew! Obviously.
Car crash. Yeah, all of it.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Yes.
The crowd is losing their mind. So I don't know if I brought up the rules before, but the rules are pretty simple. Obviously, we don't have 6 corners. This is not TNA.
Yes.
So, it is literally tornado rules, elimination style. There are still disqualifications. There are still rope breaks. So, basically regular rules, but tornado style match.
Yep.
Elimination.
Yep.
So, as soon as the Rock and Sock Connection hit the ring, they stand in the middle of the ring alongside Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team, surrounded by all the other teams. And Triple H throws the first punch, and Christian takes a powder out of the ring. Does not want to get involved in any of that.
I mean, the last time we saw Mick wrestling was against Christian Cage, so of course he don't want none.
I'm about to say, he's all good. He doesn't want to touch Mick Foley. Doesn't want to look at Mick Foley.
Had enough of that.
He said, I've already beaten him. I'm good.
Yes.
But chaos ensues, and action is going on. At some point in the match, so much crazy stuff going on. Even the managers are getting into it. O'Hare picks Ric Flair up, hits him with the Devil's Cruelty through the freshly fixed Spanish announcer.
I wonder why they fixed it.
Yeah. Well, hey, gotta keep punctual. Keep on. They don't need a table to commentate anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying it
Completely
makes sense that you
useless.
fixed it just to break it again.
Just to break it again.
Yep.
As the match breaks down, we get back into the ring. Tajiri is able to miss Batista and then hit him with a buzzsaw kick on the outside of the ring. Meanwhile, The Rock notices this and goes, got to. Ducks under, hits Batista with a rock bottom on the outside of the ring. Inside the ring, Carlito spits an apple into Triple H's face. Mick Foley puts on Mr. Sacco, locks on the mandible claw onto Triple H, and some cathartic get back as Triple H passes out. Evolution is the first team eliminated from the match, and the crowd...
And Triple H is the one who takes the fall.
Yes, Triple H is the one that takes the
Nice.
fall. Dave Bautista is on the outside.
Very cool, very cool.
Blind and sore, but Not pinned.
Protected.
As protected as you can get.
Exactly. I just find that amusing when it's like, oh, we're protected. It's like, it's false. Makes me laugh.
Hey, listen.
Or smile.
The great thing about wrestling is it kind of never really matters. And
it only matters when it matters.
Yeah, it only matters when it matters. That's actually the greatest phrasing ever.
Yeah, it's just the facts. It's the way it goes.
I'm about to say, listen, you can rebuild somebody in a month.
Yeah.
And Garcia comes over the loudspeaker. Evolution has been eliminated.
Yes. Only 10 men remain.
Only 10 men remain. That's insane. Well, we're back to the 5 people that were supposed to be the 5 teams that were supposed to be in this match originally.
Yes.
So let's eliminate another one. As we dig a little deeper into the match, Ultimo Van Dam hits their Asai DDT 5-star frog splash combo onto Tajiri. Ultimo Dragon pins Tajiri 1, 2, 3 to eliminate Tajiri and Carlito from the match. Obviously, Carlito tries to get in and Van Dam just hits him with a wheel kick.
Beautiful.
Because why not?
Lots of talent.
So many talent that a guy like Tajiri gets eliminated second in this match is kind of insane.
Well, I mean, Triple H got eliminated first, so it's not like that's...
Yeah, the guy who made him into WrestleMania last year got eliminated first. Yeah, kind of crazy in hindsight. But beautiful world we live in.
I think they say if you can't go on last, you want to go on first. So.
There it is. Truest statements. So, as we dig in deeper to the match, we have Charlie Haas locking in the Haas of Pain on the RVD. Locks in the Haas of Pain onto Ultimo Dragon. Rob Van Dam tries to dive in to make the save. Shelton Benjamin super kicks him out of the air.
He can do it.
He has the pinpoint accuracy to make it happen. And Ultimo Dragon has no choice but to tap out. Unfortunately, that is the end of Ultimo Van Dam. We no longer have Ultimo Dragon.
So that means we have 3 teams left, right? The Devil's Advocates, World's Greatest Tag Team, and Rock and Sock Connection?
Yep. That sounds like correct.
It's a heck of a company to be kept there with Haas and Benjamin.
Yep.
You're in there with The Rock,
Yep.
Mick Foley, Christian Cage, former world champion, and Chris Jericho, first ever undisputed champion. Yeah. So like I said,
they're in there with nothing but world champions.
It's like Haas and Benjamin are in good company when it comes to top talent.
Ain't that the truth? Plus, in the lead up to WrestleMania, they beat another world champion,
Brock Lesnar. Love it.
Shoot. So listen, if anyone's stock has been raised in the last
few months
at minimum,
I agree. I think you're right. Ever since they linked back up as a team post Survivor Series.
Once Shelton Benjamin came back from his injury, it's been nothing but up for these two.
I love it.
Whew. So, yes, as I said, there's now 3 teams left. I even had to double check. As we dig into it, O'Hare trying to hold Jericho's feet when they're on the ropes as he tries to do a roll-up schoolboy.
He's trying to cheat. Yes.
Trying to cheat at a high level on the Rock. Stone Cold counts the 2 and then notices that O'Hare's... Jericho's feet are on the ropes, and also O'Hare's holding him. He's like, I'm not counting that.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, not doing none of that. So, of course, O'Hare is upset. He's furious. How dare he not count the pin while he's cheating? Ridiculous. This is pro wrestling.
That's good.
So he gets into the ring, pushes Stone Cold, and now Stone Cold's been provoked. You know what I'm saying? As an official.
Yes.
And he's not going to DQ him, because let's be honest, this is Steve Austin. He's the sheriff.
It's a Stone Cold Stunner.
It's a Stone Cold Stunner every day of the week.
Yes, sir.
Stuns O'Hare. O'Hare flies out the ring.
Love it.
Beautiful. In fact, it takes like you remember how Ken used to go back over the rope? Does that.
I love
He'll fall out of the ring. Jericho gets in and is furious. Austin stunned his manager. How dare he?
Yes.
While he was trying to cheat.
Yes, exactly. We had this.
This is so ridiculous. So he pokes Austin in the chest, and Austin gets this giant grin on his face, kicks Jericho in the gut, and stuns him too. Jericho flops like a fish in the middle of the ring, and that's when Christian comes in. And Christian's like, stop stunning my teammates. So, of course, Stone Cold looks at him and goes, they didn't touch me, bud.
Stunner anyway, yeah.
Stunner. Christian flies out of the ring too.
Is any one of the 3 still in the ring?
Yeah, Jericho.
Okay, is this a Rock People's Elbow now?
No, don't you worry, good buddy. We're getting to it.
Okay, because it felt like it was perfect timing.
Perfect setup. So Haas runs into the ring to try and get the cover. Mick Foley snags him out of that motion, though. Double arm DDTs.
Ooh, okay.
And now we have Jericho laying flat in the ring. we have Haas laying flat in the ring, and The Rock just got back in the ring. Mick Foley looks at him and goes,
"It's one of those stereo jobs. Yeah,
Yep.
I like it."
So The Rock pulls off the elbow. Mick Foley pulls off Sacco. The Rock throws his elbow pad in the crowd. Mick Foley tucks Sacco back into his
I
pocket.
like that. Yeah.
And then double people's elbow in stereo. Jericho the wherewithal to roll out of the ring, but The Rock is able to cover Charlie Haas. 1, 2, Shelton Benjamin gets in to break it up.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Out of nowhere.
Oh my goodness, Shelton Benjamin going eye to eye, face to face with The Rock. That's big time stuff.
Actually, he's going eye to eye, face to face with both of them.
Okay.
He's in the ring with The Rock and Sock Connection by himself.
Okay.
Because as you remember, everyone died.
Yes. But what I mean is, Rock top guy Shelton Benjamin being put
Rising
in that
prospect.
Yeah, being put in that same position is what I was like, wow, that's amazing for him.
So Sheldon is fighting his heart out against both guys because 2-on-1 is tough odds to beat for anyone.
Yes.
But yeah.
Hey, I don't know how you feel about this, but I was just envisioning a world where Shelton goes to kick Rock. Rock catches his leg, throws him off, and he hits Mick with the dragon whip instead of Rock.
That's actually great. In fact, let's do that. So Sheldon throws the kick, dragon whip, like I was described, nails Mick Foley with it. Mick Foley falls back into the ropes. At that moment, Christian grabs Mick by the ankles and drags him out the ring, nails him with a kill switch.
Beautiful.
So, Mick's out, Rock's distracted. Sheldon is able to counter out of a rock bottom, hit a thrust kick T-bone combination, and pin the Rock to eliminate the Rock and Sock.
I love that. Oh my goodness. So we're down to Chris Jericho, Haas, and Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
My goodness.
So, after the Rock and Sock get eliminated, while that whole sequence is going on with Sheldon and the Rock, Christian has set Mick Foley up for the concerto once again. However, big difference this time, Stone Cold Steve Austin's there.
Yes, sir.
He's not going to have none of that, especially to one of his friends, Mick Foley.
Yes.
So he gets out, is stopping the concerto. Jackie even comes over to check on Mick because, Mick's been real good.
Of course, yeah. I mean, he's a level fella.
How about to say, wonderful human being. While this is happening, Jericho low blows Shelton Benjamin. O'Hare sneaks in, nails the devil's cruelty on Shelton. And then Jericho slaps on the walls of Jericho. And sits in deep. In fact, he doesn't put on the walls of Jericho.
Lion Tamer, yeah.
Lion Tamer.
Yes, sir.
Much worse, grosser angle. No one can get out of Lion Tamer. Before Sheldon is able to tap out, Charlie Haas does break a Lion Tamer.
Awesome.
So, we're down to 2 teams. Wrestling's greatest tag team in the WrestleMania Greatest Tag Team Challenge versus the Devil's Advocates, and they are face-to-face, toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye in the ring. Crowd's losing his mind because one of these teams are going to prove to be the best in the world. Just a matter of figuring out which one. So, obviously, soup bones are being thrown back and forth. One team's got to get the advantage. And as a matter of fact, both teams get the advantage. Charlie Haas is able to put Christian in the House of Pain. Jericho is able to lock the walls onto Sheldon. This is the actual walls this time.
Yep.
And Jericho is looking at Christian. Doesn't think he can take the pain anymore. He lets go of the walls of Jericho to break up the House of Pain. As the match devolves some more, Jericho hits a triangle dropkick on Shelton out of the ring. And then hits Charlie Haas with the future Codebreaker, but doesn't have a name right now.
Sure.
Literally just busts out a move though, because Mania.
Yes.
Gotta pull out all the stops. Hits the future Codebreaker on Haas. Christian spears Shelton on the outside, comes in, and then picks Haas up, nails him with a double arm DDT, and then covers him. 1, 2, Charlie Haas kicks out. Too tough. Can't be done in, especially not by Mick Foley's move. Come on now. Christian picks Haas back up, nails him with a kill switch, and covers him. 1, as the count's happening, Shelton Benjamin slides back into the ring, and Chris Jericho nails him with a lion salt as he slides in.
Beautiful.
2, 3, the Devil's Advocates have won the tag team championships at WrestleMania. Christian Cage, kind of a rough year for the guy, I'm not going to lie.
Well, both rough and the best one ever.
I'm about to say, crazy mix-up. But With this win, Christian has become the first ever Grand Slam champion in AEW history.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I think that's right. I'm not 100% certain. I'd have to check both shows.
So he's at least Triple Crown because he was U.S. champion, Undisputed champion, Tag champion.
He's also the Evolve champion.
Oh, yes, then yes. He was 100% Grand Slam champion. Good job.
Hey.
Sorry, I forgot about that one.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
So I'm going to say for a fact that your booking of that match changed the next match.
Oh, sweet.
Which is fine.
Love when that happens.
This is the SmackDown Showcase match.
Hey!
I say that because the Alpha Entertainment Worldwide television champion Lance Storm is coming down to the ring to take on Booker T, who he defeated for the belt.
Yep.
Jamie Noble, who recently turned evil by taking out Chuck Palumbo, but also living up to the animosity that's been brewing in his heart and soul.
I like that.
And in this chaotic fatal four-way, one fall to a finish match, at one point I had a heel going over.
Hey.
But because we've had such a heel-heavy
Very heavy show.
early part of the contest, I'm going to have Chuck Palumbo come away with the victory, hitting Snake Eyes, Last Ride, and pinning Booker T with the Last Ride.
All right.
To give a babyface a victory.
Woo!
And have the crowd remain happy before
Ride that way.
as we go into the close of the show. We get the last Monday Night Raw singles match, which is
Kane versus The Undertaker.
and this isn't just any Undertaker.
No, this is Dead Man Undertaker.
This is very, very classic.
Undertaker. Actually, this is Hybrid Taker, if we're being accurate.
Yeah.
Because this is a combination of the original Dead Man gimmick and his American Badass gimmick to a degree.
Of course. Yeah, it's easing into the...
Yeah.
Because here on the night when Paul Bearer returns with The Undertaker, nobody really knew what version of this Undertaker we were getting. Now, obviously, it's closer to the original, but it's, like you said, it keeps elements of the modern version.
We knew we weren't getting the American Badass because of the graphic that happened on Raw.
Absolutely.
But that was all we knew. We didn't know how he was going to move, how he was going to walk. But when Paul Bearer comes out on the top of the ramp, holding the urn.
My goodness, and there were guys with flames and druids.
The druids,
all of
the hoods up,
very
torches.
Cool, very cool.
Man, there's very few people that can make Kane's entrance look, it's alright.
Yep. Mundane, if you will. Mundane.
But Undertaker at WrestleMania is something special.
Absolutely. He brings that presence.
Unfortunately, Taker and Kane don't have good matches. I never understood why.
I think it's because they have the same element they bring to the match.
Yeah.
And it's almost one of those things where if you're too similar, it's hard to stand out. Whereas when Kane wrestled Rey Mysterio, there was a big contrast. When Undertaker wrestled Shawn Michaels, big contrast.
Yeah.
And so I think that what they both were missing was the contrast.
Yeah. Which is funny because, like, when they work together as the Brothers of Destruction, they're a phenomenal team. They had so much, but it's also because they're usually wrestling against people who aren't spooky dead guys.
I agree. I think that what makes the match special and why it doesn't need to go long.
Oh, no, this match goes like 10 minutes.
Exactly. But what makes it special and why it doesn't need to go long is it's the return of something you haven't had in a while, much like I said before.
Shit, this has never been seen in Alpha Entertainment Worldwide. That's how long it's been.
Exactly. And what I was going to say is what makes it special is that the Deadman character and Paul Bearer, the character, were gone for so long that people missed it.
Exactly.
And now they have it back. And what is this? 11? Is this 11?
I believe 11.
10, 12. I don't know. It's the streak continued.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, that's the. I'm about to say, it's Undertaker at WrestleMania. Of course, he wins. But,
correct. But it's almost like Bill Goldberg in a match.
Right.
Until tonight.
I'm about to say until tonight, where John Cena beat him.
Yes.
But no, the important parts are Kane controls the match for the first 5 minutes. Undertaker plays the hits. Tombstone, arms crossed, hair flip, tongue out, eyes
Absolutely.
rolled back.
Yeah,
Done.
absolutely.
That's the match. The whole point of this match is literally saying the Undertaker's back and he's on Raw,
which is different.
And that's extremely different.
Big.
But this is the Undertaker I grew up with. This is the Undertaker I knew.
Yes.
So this guy, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with.
I love this main event, and the reason I love this main event
is because it's the dream match we will never get.
Yes. It was hype. It was speculated. It was hypothesized. It was foretold of, and then reality hit, and it couldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I like it is because I feel like there are echoes of Shawn Michaels in Eddie Guerrero, and there are echoes of Eddie Guerrero and Shawn Michaels. So both Texas-born and grew up loving wrestling. They both cut their teeth in territory system, and they both had a common denominator of people thinking they were too small. But you don't have that to worry about when the main event is Shawn Michaels versus Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat versus the Heartbreak King. This, to me, it's a match that never happened, but to me, it very much feels like Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, or Eddie Guerrero versus, I'm just going to say it because I have to, Chris Benoit.
I'm about to say, listen, I get why Chris Benoit is like a taboo word.
Of course. But when you
but the reality of the situation is he's probably one of the greatest wrestlers.
Well, and he existed. And his existence led to great wrestling matches.
There's so many of them.
When they happened.
Shoot, even Kurt Angle himself has said, all my best matches I can't talk about because they were with Chris Benoit.
Exactly.
That says a lot from Kurt Angle.
I agree. Although I disagree with Kurt.
I disagree with his assessment, but
all the best, but they were among the best.
Right, 100%. It's Kurt's opinion, so I can't say he's wrong.
Exactly.
But in my opinion, he's had good matches with other people.
Yeah, plenty of others.
Yeah.
But my point being, still stands that because the two men have not had matches with one another,
mm-hmm.
I have to pull spots for the match from matches they've had with others. And so, like I said, Shawn has wrestled Benoit. Eddie has wrestled Benoit. Eddie has wrestled Jericho. Shawn has wrestled Jericho. I think
they both wrestled Ray.
Exactly. I think you hybrid the matches together of like that soup, if you will. You put those ingredients together, you stir it up. And in the end, Eddie Guerrero does walk out as champion. And the reason being is Shawn Michaels is a made man. Shawn Michaels is a known commodity.
Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels.
I'm about to say, you say Shawn Michaels and you know anything about wrestling, you know what Shawn Michaels does.
And I have to apologize to Christian Cage, but now we have our second Grand Slam champion in the company because Eddie is a former Cruiserweight champion, he's a former Intercontinental champion, a former Trios champion, and now he is the Undisputed Champion. And so as long as you respect the lineage of WCW, which we do, Eddie has done what Christian did
literally probably an hour before.
Exactly. And the show ends not with two men holding two shows' top titles, but with one man holding both shows' singular prize, the Undisputed Championship. As the confetti falls, Eddie Guerrero embraces the Undisputed Championship for Alpha Interim Worldwide. I see it much in the way that Tommaso Ciampa loved Goldie. I see Eddie holding the championship. But while he holds the title, his compatriots, his familia, Tres Hombres Dominio, that being Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero, slide into the ring, and they hoist him up on their shoulders, and the show goes off the air with Eddie in prominence holding the Undisputed Championship.
Before all that happens, obviously Shawn, the greatest champion that he is, shakes Eddie's hand.
Absolutely.
Puts the belt around his waist for him.
And that's when Ray and Chavo come in. It's after that moment. I agree. But yeah, that's WrestleMania 20.
Wow. What a show.
Long, arduous, but worth it.
Hell of a year. Hell of a year. Can't wait to see what the future holds.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.